Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, this defense for the Browns, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. This one swung out to Williams. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Browns defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Now Darnold. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
3rd and inches.
Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So it looks like they started some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. Short throw, he's got Kraft. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Again, Darnold. Able to find his man, Kraft. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He's going to get it again. And this time he is in. Kyron Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together.
21.
Stafford. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, right on the heels of the pick 6. Another ball intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Really with I should probably stop the head, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ready? Let's go.
Throwing, Winston. That open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ready. 525. Let we go.
Jameis to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. That ball caught Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5.
We got sack.
Darnold now to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 21-0 our score after 1. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
On play action, Winston. Well, that'll be incomplete. But it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far. I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around.
2nd and 10.
Here's Darnold.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Back to throw, Darnold.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
To throw is Winston. His throw caught right at the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
McCaffrey will get about half halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Winston. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marvin Mims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Joey Sly on for the extra point.
It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go well for you. An interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The man in motion is Brown. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead give up the middle to Williams.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Browns' 21-yard line.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
It's a gain of a yard.
And Darnold's going to change the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ready. You ready? Let me go.
Winston. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
He's across midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Jameis again. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target.
Oh, and for the first time this season, he's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Now Darnold. And he is going to lose yardage here.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Darnold. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ready? White 25.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ready? Blue lady. Green, triple C.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready? Black 25.
Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Ready?
Winston now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready? Black 25. Ready to go.
Here's Winston.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready to go.
Play action now. Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From the 43, here's second down and 7.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's got Ayuk once again. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Darnold from the gun. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now Darnold wants to change it up.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal back to the 8-yard line now.
Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Go, lady.
Darnold now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play.
Now Darnold on third and goal. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Ready. Go away.
Jameis to throw it. And they're leaving pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing. Winston. That is caught by Hunter. Still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Hunter, 70 yards. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
14.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
3rd down.
Now it's Darnold. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready? Let him go.
Winston. Got a man, that's Hunter. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
Let him go.
Winston to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Here's Winston.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now Winston. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Ready. Green, triple C, blue ready. Let him go.
Now Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Ready. Flag.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ready. White 25. Slot.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down.
Oh, that is incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Baltimore, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. I got too many plays, I don't even play. Out of my way, get out of my way, out of my way, out of my way.
Way up, get your weight up, put your plate up. You a foreign, we at war, and I got all of hallelujah, Talladega, baby Jesus, in the flesh, come and get it, and I'm with it. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah, we get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red. I'm ready right now, don't run your mouth too quick, let's get it. Stop talking.